On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on. A blessed and wonderful Wednesday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories for share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we're going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps. We're going to kick it off with some international stories coming out of Myrtle Beach in the United States of America, where this couple presently on your screen is presently behind bars after a knockings and clappings incident last week in Myrtle Beach. So the Myrtle Beach Police Department responded to a knockings and clappings Wednesday were gone at 1400 block of South Ocean Boulevard for the knockings and clappings. So security footage revealed that this brother presently on your screen identified as 42-year-old Omar Beckford got into an argument with the victim and pulled a firearm and fired several cans in the direction of the victim. And this is according to what his arrest warrant states. So the actions of the defendant could have caused great injuries or loss of life to the victim. So jail records now shows that police charge Beckford, that's Omar Beckford, with assault and battery of a high and aggravated nature. He remains booked and in police custody under $500,000 bond at the Ruben Long Detention Center. So the MvRDA also arrested his girlfriend. His girlfriend is presently on your screen right beside him, Lakeisha Thompson. So she was arrested in connection with that knockings and clappings. So when officers interviewed her, she didn't mention the alleged involvement between the two. She can also be seen on the video recording helping to clean up the spent casings after the knockings and clappings. So she too is also charged, and she has been slapped with charges of accessory after the fact and is still in police custody at the J. Ruben Detention Center, and she is under a $15,000 bond. So Omar Beckford is a Jamaican national that hails from the parish of St. Thomas, right out of Yalas Deso in a section known as Poor Man's Corner. Him get a one break, come up on the farm work program and decide for farm fool himself. Walk off 5 people and work because him a say, boy, the pick apple and the pick pear and whatsoever the case may be upon the farm work there, too hard. So him decide for touch the road with him clips them load and decide, say, boy, a gangster lifestyle is the order of the day. So I guess him decide for come a Farin, for come turn a corner boy, and funnily, you know, he was not even that whilst he was in Jamaica, or probably it was in his nature, but it didn't play out until he landed in America. And one would think that when you get such an opportunity, you would have make use of it and become even a better person. But Omar decided to take 10 steps backward and draw down shame and disgrace on his family. He comes from a really humble family. People were used to sell them feeding, used to raise them pig, and just do them little farming for earn a honest living. So Omar, right now, me I tell you straight, your family them disappointed in your behavior. Boy, may I tell you, the thing rough. Now the next thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, is coming out of the Cayman Islands, where this female, presently on your screen, lost her life allegedly to the hands of a Jamaican national. Now it is said that she was having an extramarital relationship with the Jamaican man, which turned sour and ending up costing her life. She has since been identified as Jodiann Mykes, said to be the head of the anti-money laundering division in the Cayman Islands. It is said that she was conned up in the head on Thursday and her body burnt in her car. The man deal with the situation grimy. Now, as I stated, it was allegedly carried out by a Jamaican national. But as the Cayman authorities intensifies their investigations, On the Spot News Media will most definitely be keeping tabs on this one and inform you subsequently. Yeah, man. Really sad, my peeps. But anyway, back to local style. So before we get into the main set of stories, we have two missing person report to present to you. Now this 13-year-old presently on your screen, identified as Zena Shaw, said to be of a 4-parts address in Clarendon. She has been missing since Monday, April 7th, 2025. She's of a brown complexion, slim build, and about 4 feet 11 inches tall. She was last seen at home dressed in a white blouse and black and white short tights. So anyone having any information surrounding the whereabouts of this girl, please inform the 4 Parts police station at 876-987-0429 or reach out to On The Spot News Media and I will most definitely pass it on to the relevant authorities. Now the next missing person report is of this man, 42-year-old Tristan Jones. Tristan was last seen in Duncan's in the Falmouth era, wearing a red t-shirt and a blue short jeans pants. He's of a dark complexion, stout built, and about 175 centimeters, which is equivalent to somewhere around 5 feet 9 inches tall. So anyone having any information surrounding the whereabouts of Tristan Jones, please alert the Falmouth police station at 876-954-3222 or police emergency number 119. Boy, may I tell you, the thing rough. So I'm going to kick it off in the morning and all my peeps. The first thing that we're going to talk about is an update coming out of the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled St. James Police Division in regards to the triple fatal knockings and clappings that took place in West Village in Montego Bay, St. James. So the police have confirmed the identity of 2 of the 3 criminal elements who were allegedly taken out by them during an alleged confrontation in St. James on Monday. So they have since been identified as 17-year-old Jodiann Jackson, said to be of a Creek Street address in Mobay, St. James, and 30-year-old Silburn Chung, said to be of a West Village address in Granville. And the third man, the police did not get full name yet, but I would think that they are speaking about the criminal element identified as Diddy. Now, operations officer of the St. James Police Division, that's Deputy Superintendent Linroy Edwards, provided details of the incident.
About 2:15 p.m. targeted operation was conducted in West Village in search of men based on our information or possession of guns and at the premises. Upon arrival at the premises, we were greeted with gunfire and we returned fire, and subsequent to that, 3 men were found suffering from gunshot wounds and they were rushed to the Cayman Regional Hospital and they were pronounced dead on arrival. 2 firearms were recovered from the men. We're carrying out investigations. We have some information as it relates to a shooting incident that took place in the township of Anray last Friday. So we're conducting our investigation, but we have some information.
So after I dropped that vlog yesterday, many people running on the Spot News Media, billions. And I said, boy, the artists are the artists, son them now have nothing to do with that. Well, I never stated that the artist himself have anything to do with it. Nor did I state that the sons were the triggermen. What I stated is that the sons are the reputed gang leader for the infamous YSG. And YSG is a noted criminal network. And the police of St. James can definitely attest to that. Nobody can dispute that fact. And yes, we know so the war in Hart Street is between top and bottom Hart Street. And it was a reprisal for a fatal knockings and clappings that took place of a carpenter some time ago. But the criminal elements who carried out the hit, reps for YSG. So if you're a part of a criminal network, there should be no blame laid at the feet of the ones who are the reputed leaders of the criminal network. They are totally blameless. Come on, people. Let us think about this. As I stated yesterday, America could have taken down any one of the shower posse criminal elements, especially those living in the United States of America. But they went for the Don, the man who were in charge of the criminal network, and took him down. So once you say you're a boss, your response for everything will happen under your watch. I may say that without any apology. So who want vex? Vex. Join the long line of haters. Yeah, man. Now I want to listen to these clips and go on the pages of these individuals and go see for yourself that no angel never lose them 3 pints round there when the police them run in, run a West Village. Listen.
Yeah, left her, man. No boy, no girl on the island, man. The top bunks, no, man. One day skull badness forever. I hear, no boy. So they don't be out there saying some dumb shit, calling the dog gone and the top we still bunks. That me tell her R.I.P. me dog. Forever with G. I hear.
Say man care, man, respect man, be a badness man.
So I wanna just go up on these pages, man, and go see for yourself that the angelic being never lose them 3 pints round there. And I said this already, I'm gonna say it again. I just time is the master of all. So to the artists, where I think about the wrong set of things. We hear everything, man. We hear everything. And we see the master plan where I try to put in action, to take down people like On The Spot News Media and others. But just know that this movement is way more than just a YouTube channel. This voice is a voice of the people. And even if you're successful in doing so, points to note, we will, as we would say in Jamaican terms, wheel and come again. Yeah, man. So I think that your focus should be saving your sons from themselves. You yourself has lived a certain lifestyle. you have gone down a certain slippery slope. So you have more experience. As with age, it comes with experience. So save them from themselves. Focus on the right thing for once in your life. Save them from themselves. Yeah, man. And that, youth, is a word to the wise, whether you believe it or not. Because many of the ones and ones them is so shallow-minded. Them no see say what on the spot news media do is love and not hate. So we should just stand aside and allow you to rant and destroy the very fabric of our dearly beloved island home, Jamaica. No, we cannot stand aside and allow you to do that. And when I say you, may I talk about just about any criminal element right across the length and breadth of Jamaica. We cannot stand by and just watch you destroy our dearly beloved island home, Jamaica. Uno ban come see it are the ones before uno preserve it so uno could have ban grow up in it and continue to live in it. We cannot allow you to destroy it. And if sacrificing this YouTube channel is the sacrifice that I have to pay to uphold my belief system, well, so be it. All we have to do, a wheel and come again. Yeah, man. So anyway, make we continue. Now the police, them a say, boy, 36% decline in fatalities since the start of the year. And that is according to the latest statistics from the Jamaica Constabulary Force. The JCF crime data showed that 191 fatalities have been committed across the island up to April 5, 2025. And that's an astonishing 107 lives fewer than 298 fatalities recorded in the corresponding period last year. So this figure represents a 35.9% decline in fatalities. But the police, them must say, boy, the knockings and clappings has also declined by 26%. And that is coming in at 209 up to April 5. The hold on and tech type of business, the grapest them, is down by 57%, whilst robberies have declined 7%. Now, this just goes to show that since members of the security forces have been in confrontation with some known criminal elements who are repeat offenders, and a lot of these criminals are being taken out, it just shows that it is the same set of criminal elements them where commit the most crimes. So taking them out of the game definitely are gonna reduce crime. Yeah, man. So the next thing that we're gonna talk about, my peeps, is coming out of the Clarendon Police Division. A really, really sad ending indeed. So a Clarendon man, this brother presently on your screen, is now hospitalized under police guard following his alleged fatality of his 33-year-old wife. The deceased has since been identified as Sushane Williams, address in Frankfield, Clarendon. Now charged with her fatality is her husband, Anray Williams, also known as Bartel, said to be a 39-year-old chef of the said address. Now on the spot news media understands that sometime around 12:05 a.m. in the wee hours of the morning, Sushane and Anray were at home with their children when a dispute escalated into a physical fight. It is alleged that Anray used a knife to inflict several knife wounds all over the upper body of his spouse. And then he did the unthinkable. He set the house on fire. The police stated that the children managed to escape unharmed with the help of residents. It is said that Sushane was also pulled from the burning house. The police and firefighters were summoned. Upon the extinguishing of the fire, the lawmen found Sushane's body in the yard with multiple knife wounds and burnt marks. She was taken to the hospital where it was further discovered that her throat bust wide open too. Boy, may I tell you, the man deal with the situation a certain type of way. Now this is really sad for the children them see all of this playing out right before their very eyes. I'm pretty sure that if traumatized was ever a person, these children would most definitely be it. So Anray came to his senses and turned himself over to the police. He had some obvious injuries and they reportedly took him to the hospital where he remains in the custody of the police in the hospital and a police guard. Really, really sad, my peeps. Really, really sad. I just hope that family members who are close to the children can definitely take them in and offer the much needed counseling, love and attention to help them to deal with this trauma and also the trauma of losing their mother to the hands of their own father. Really sad. Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about is coming out of the parish of Manchester, where a 23-year-old criminal element identified as Anthony Bailey, said to be a construction worker who come from Barrett Peace district in Kendal, Manchester, has been officially charged in connection with the 2024 fatal knockings and clappings of a woman at her bar in New Green district in the parish. So the criminal element Anthony Bailey has been charged by the Manchester Criminal Investigation Branch with the female's fatal knockings and clappings. He has also been charged with knockings and clappings with intent, conspiracy to commit a knockings and clappings with intent, possession of a prohibited weapon, unauthorized possession of ammunition, and also using a firearm to commit a felony. Now, for those who may have forgotten, after nearly a year on the run, the criminal element Anthony Bailey was apprehended on April 2nd, 2025 during an operation in the Kendal district area in Manchester. Anthony Bailey is accused of taking the life of Kerrian Nicole Airy, a bartender from Cumberland in Portmore, St. Catherine. So according to the police, approximately 12:40 p.m. on May 1st, 2024, the now deceased female, Kerrian Airy, was at her bar when armed criminal elements entered, demanding money and then opened gunfire, hitting her all over the upper body and head. Another woman was also injured in that brutal attack. Both women were rushed to the hospital where it is said that Kerrian succumbed to injuries, whilst the bystander was treated and released. Now, the criminal element was officially charged on Friday, April 4th, after a question and answer session in the presence of his attorney. Boy, may I tell you, them youths here nah learn. Now, the last thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, is coming out of the Kingston Western Police Division, where Arnett Gardens goalkeeper Raj Williams is now reportedly in a stable condition in hospital after he was knifed up following a Rare Never Jamaica Premier League game against Tivoli Gardens at the Tony Spalding complex on Monday night. Now, it is stated that the goalkeeper Raj Williams was walking home after the match Monday night, and him girlfriend see him and just roll up on him and start fling some knife tab in him stomach. Boy, may I tell you, she deal with the situation a certain type of way. The woman this a ram knife in her man chest and all over the upper body. It is said that Williams reportedly lost consciousness but is now stable and recuperating in the hospital. Toxicity at its best. Our Jamaican people are so angry and full of hate and full of I don't know why we have to so crab it against each other. We crab it bad. I don't know my peeps, but trust and believe that something has to be done. Our nation's people are just way too violent by nature. And we are so caught up in this violence that we are now seeing those persons and basically making up excuses for their actions and lashing out against the victims and those who speak against the ills that is happening in our nation. We glorify the violence producers. We glorify the persons who are promoting violence and try to cow down and hush the persons who are speaking against the ills. You see, in Jamaica, as long as it not affect we, I guess it's not bother we. But as soon as it comes knocking at our door, that is the time when we wake up and want to spring into action. But most of the times when it comes knocking, it is already too late. So take action now, my peeps, before this thing spirals out of control and these criminal elements seize power of our country like what we see is happening over there in Haiti. Poor I tell you. The thing rough. But anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.